Come on in, come on in.
Blood, sweat, and tears suffered many years, fucking do it for the culture. Now that we aware of revolutionary wisdom, use it when you're older. Metamorph a mind, do it all the time, standing on divine shoulders. Living for the non-motion, positive energy waves. Spirituality here for humanity, fuck what the enemy say. Motivated in heavenly ways. You know Babylon petty these days. As a messenger, gotta be brave. For the record, we heavily played. Using the power to empower people should just be a regular thing. White supremacy, oppression, find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression, find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection, find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, all that. White supremacy, oppression, find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression, find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection, find and overcome all that. That. Give me love in the place I sit. I'm a king in the ring I get. More for the high road bliss. I don't care my outfit. Never dealing with the feeling nonsense. Living it, I'm never giving in. When I'm dealing with the wickedness of men, gotta move like I'm smooth with the wind. Many times we lose, we win. Got no time for the losing sin. We pack the house, we great. In the name of Ra, we pray. Give me love in the room that's dark. Give me love for the root that's hard. I don't care my eye, we fit. Never dealing with the feeling nonsense. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, all that. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. That.
Nappy head, dirty t-shirt, wore sneakers till my feet hurt. Down bottom, yeah, I'm from the dirt. Trapped in how society work. Known criminals at the day of birth. How they label me, it never fazed me. Brush it off, keep it pushing up. For the people who I do it for. Out the trenches where we push it for. So the time now when we on go. Black matter, so I start glow. Hair wool with a penny tone. God-like with the melanin flow. Mind right, never steer me wrong. God-like with the melanin flow. Mind right, never steer me wrong.
White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection. Find and overcome all that. Yeah, that, all that. White supremacy, oppression. Find and overcome all that. Ghetto poverty, depression. Find and overcome all that. Any negative reflection.
Hey, 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 how y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plump Queen. Well, it is Monday, Moon Day, the first day of the week, and of course, I appreciate all of you giving me your time and your energy. Now, today's topic, no, y'all gotta hit that share button. Share, because you know we have to make Ampspiration go viral. Always gotta do that first, yes. So tonight's topic, again, I don't like, dibbling, dabbling in distractions too tough. I'm growing, you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to grow with me, but I do have to talk about things that I think that are pertinent to, us and, our mindset and our perspective and all of that. So this is not about any specific person. I'm keeping a buck with y'all, that whole R. Kelly stuff and all of that. Yeah, that's really not, my main concern. My issue is our perception of justice. And I really need us to really look at how we see things. Because I got people, not so necessarily coming at me, but this argument that, some black people think that other black people are supposed to get away with murder or get away with stuff, because of our situation and, what we've been through and all that. And that's not the case. That's really not at least that's not what my point is. Like I keep telling you guys, this is about us unifying as a people. Period. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That is the one thing that every other race does that we don't. And this is why they are where they are, you know what I'm saying, and we're not. That is my biggest issue. So, yes, You have the R. Kelly interview by Gayle King. You know, after that, you got Oprah doing this special where these guys, I do remember one of them, the Wade dude. I know he's a choreographer. I remember him being in a movie that I watched as a kid. But Michael Jackson is like so dead. Like, why are y'all bringing this stuff up? I don't understand why, you know, we're not seeing how society is trying to make us the face, you know what I'm saying, of every, pretty much of sexual assault, anything sexually deviant. We are now the face of that. And I don't understand why folks is not seeing this. They are making us the face. Like, all of this stuff has been going on for years, and we're not the only ones doing it, but for some reason, all of a sudden, this is all coming all at once. We're all in the news, and everything that has anything to do with that, it's our face. How are we cool with that? How are you co-signing that? And how can you possibly just simply say, well, you know, you can, if he deserves it, yeah, he does, but that don't mean that we need to be the face of that. That means that everybody, I'm going to need everybody to keep the same energy for the cause. Because you're not for the cause. Because if you're for the cause, you'll be talking about everybody. Like, I saw this meme that's just, it's crazy. You know, like I said, I don't really watch the news. I really don't keep up with celebrities and stuff like that. I watch a few reality TV shows. So unless it's on that show, I really don't care about it. So I didn't know that all of this was even going on. I'm looking at this list. Someone says, you know, so we're going after Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael, and just skipping past all these sex predators, huh? So I'm going to list the name, and I picked out about 4 of them that I'm going to talk about specifically. But there's 27 people on this list. Okay? They're all Caucasian. Tamahu, white people, whatever, you know, word you got, description you got for them. Okay, we got Harvey Winston, Bob Winston, and another Brett Ratner, Woody Allen, Roman Polanski, James Trebek, Richard Dreyfuss, I hope I said that right, I guess, Jeffrey Tambry, Andy Dick, Louis C.K., Oliver Stone, Dustin Hoffman, Jeremy Piven, Jeffrey Epstein, Anthony Weiner, Leon Wister something such a, Matthew Weiner. So you got brothers, you got brothers and family members and whatnot just doing this together. Dan Sholin, Michael Arquise, Knight Landsman. How come I ain't never heard of none of these people? I ain't never heard about none of these stories. None of these stories. But all I hear and all I see is R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Bill Cosby. That's all I see. I don't understand. Like, Harvey Winston had, you know what I'm saying, was charged from rape, all the way from rape to sexual harassment. And I'm talking about he did this to stars, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, how come I didn't hear about, how come this is not surfacing all over the place? Why I don't see his face plastered everywhere? Why don't I see us? You know what I'm saying? And this, why don't I have the same energy for these people? Woody Allen, this nigga, he went and adopted an 8-year-old Asian girl and then groomed her to be his wife, and they're still married. Excuse me? I don't hear nothing about Woody Allen. Like, I don't understand. Steven Seagal, this is one person I actually recognize. This dude, you know what I'm saying, pretty much was telling chicks that they need to get, you know what I'm saying, acquainted off stage. So he was, you know what I'm saying, unzipping his pants in front of people. You know what I'm saying? This girl, allegedly, he raped this girl in 94. He fondles models. Like the Charlie Sheen dude. Like how many counts of sexual assault did he have on him? Kept his job, his career. Like I saw a commercial with this man full of women with alcohol. Man, I saw this article. Yeah, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, why do we have all of this animosity against ourselves, but you still support these people? Every time you watch a movie that they produced, every time you watch a movie that they were in, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure people still, you know what I'm saying, if Steven Seagal movie come on one of those FX channels, whatever, you watch it. This Woody Allen dude, I've seen him before. You guys are not stopping, you know what I'm saying, supporting these people. There were a lot of people in the NFL, in sports, that have been accused and have been convicted. But y'all still watch football. You still watch these shows. Yeah, like, but y'all still support these people. Y'all not in an uproar about these people. Why? Why do we feel like it is cool to demonize us? Because that's what this is about. This ain't even about white people. To be quite honest, they're not our problem. We are our own problem. They might have set it up that way, but now they're just letting the chips fall. We're doing it all. I have a lot of friends, guys. What I mean, my friend list, you know what I'm saying, ranges of all races, creeds, sexes, you know what I'm saying, sexual orientations. I have just as many white friends as I have black friends. I have just as many, you know what I'm saying, Hispanic. I know a lot of different people. I've been in a lot of diverse situations. We are the only ones talking about this. None of my other friends even, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure they have opinions. But they're not talking about this. And guess what? They're not talking about the white folks or the whatever people that's in, you know what I'm saying, in their race, the negative things that they do either. They don't promote negativity about themselves because they understand there is no separation. When you talk about them, you're talking about themselves. We have to get that. It don't make no sense. Don't y'all understand that in 20 years, 30 years, these people, think about the people that we have R. Kelly. Y'all can say what y'all want about that man. He's talented. The man couldn't read, but y'all done had babies off this man's music. He done wrote scores for movies. Not knowing how to read. Okay? Bill Cosby. You can say what you want about him. He showed us what a positive black family, you know what I'm saying, was supposed to look like. A successful black family. Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Period. But with 20, 30 years from now, those generations then, when they Google these men, they're not going to see their greatness. They're not going to pick up, you know, the positive things that they've done. All they're going to see is this. You can say what you want about Chris Brown, but Chris Brown is Michael Jackson reincarnated. This boy did a 45-song album, man. What I mean, this boy can sing and dance like so fluid. That is a hard thing to do. Michael Jackson was just one of the few people that could do that. Chris Brown got that. That man is talented. But when you Google his name in the future, all you're going to see is how he's abusing Rihanna and how that this is the imagery, that this is what's going to be their legacy. That's going to be our legacy. You don't get that. Their demise is ours. Everybody that's talented or has a gift is demonized. You don't see that? Who are your kids going to have to look up to? Seriously. We gotta do better, man. Y'all are quick to hang yourselves. I'm gonna say that. Yourselves. Because we are a reflection of each other. You are quick to do that. And you will let everybody else ride. It don't make no sense. And you know you're capable of doing it. Because guess what? Don't you want your homie that's locked up free even though you know he did what he got locked up for? But it's free such and so. Because that's your homie. Even though he did, you know what I'm saying, what he in there for. So you know how to do it. So why can't we do that as a whole? And I'm not saying that these people don't need to get dealt with. I'm not saying that at all. But we need to be the ones to deal with that. We have this world just, man, it's so frustrating, y'all don't understand. We have to do better. They don't have to do they don't have to do this to us anymore. We're doing it to ourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys are talking about being, supposed to be in right and justice. How come them little boys in the Catholic Church haven't been getting any justice since 1629? Don't you know the first allegations of the Catholic Church was in 1629? Do the math. 1629. That's about 5 or 6 centuries of child molestation. And these people are supposed to be people's religion. This is a religion now. We're not talking about no singers and entertainers and celebrities. We're talking about a whole spiritual structure. It's supposed to be the key to God, people's salvation. And they're getting away with serial child molestation. But no one's talking about that. Y'all are not up in an uproar. That's not on Oprah. That's not on Gail's King's show. Why are we not talking about that? Why the Pope such and so ain't on there? Why is it okay for us to get the book thrown at and not everybody else for the same crime? It's supposed to be justice, right? It's supposed to be fair. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So if we like somebody said, if we surviving R. Kelly, we need to survive the Catholic Church. We need to survive that Harvey Weinstein dude. We need to survive all of them. Everybody need a documentary. Everybody need to be exposed. If you really about stopping sexual assault and pedophilia, if that's what you're really about, then you will be advocating for everyone to get got. Not just people that look like you. That's a whole problem. We have to do better. We have to do better. It doesn't make any kind of sense. When are we going to care about each other, guys? When? When is the time when we matter? When we see ourselves as brothers, I promise you, this is why every other race has what they have. It ain't got nothing to do with them being smarter, being, you know what I'm saying, more. It doesn't even matter about their privilege. They have the privilege because they stick together. They will never let anybody infiltrate that. Again, none of these people that have all of this, you know what I'm saying, this sexual assault's been going on with all these people. There is no upgrade. No, they not saying nothing. We don't hear nothing about that. These people are doing crimes on major scales. Like I said in another video, they're blowing up, they're shooting up schools, blowing up movie theaters. Like they do the extreme crime, but yet we are considered criminals. you know what I'm saying, they do crime on a ridiculous major scale, but where are the criminals? Come on, black people, melanated people, original people. Come on. That's what we need, LaClutch. We need our own court system. We need sovereignty. We need our own stuff. We need everything us. That's what we need. We honestly need to stop trying to fit into their mold and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear segregation was integration was the worst thing that ever happened to us. It really was. We might not have had the best of everything, but we had each other. We worked together. We made that shit work. Like, even our families were together. You know what I'm saying? There was no divorce back then. They worked together. Those families stayed together. That's why great grandma and them married 50 years, 40 years. Because they had a community base. You know what I'm saying? You remember back when you could just run around the whole, people used to leave their door open in your neighborhood. Every adult was your mama when your mama wasn't around. There's no way you got in trouble. Your neighbor had the right to do that. And when you got home, your mama or your daddy took care of that too. It took a village to raise these kids. All of that left after, you know what I'm saying, after we started trying to be, you know, them. Live in their world, you know what I'm saying, get their jobs, be on their status when we need to do our own thing. Do what, you know what I'm saying, figure out who we are, what we're good at, and make that work for us. We gotta do better, man. We have all this knowledge out here. This stuff is right in your face. My grandma, you know what I'm saying, my grandmother used to tell me the same thing too. But you can't do that now. This is why we have all of these issues. This is why we have this generational. This is why the kids don't, you know what I'm saying, don't respect us as adults. Because adults don't respect, we just are at a discord on every level. Because we don't know how to relate to one another. Because we feel like we are by ourselves. We do not see ourselves as a unit, as one. Look at everyone. All you got to do is see. There are people that have less than a lot of us have. Like the Mexicans. They come here with nothing. These, you know what I'm saying? These Indians and Abibis. They come here with nothing but own businesses in our communities. They work together. They're not worrying about materialistic stuff. They are willing to live with each other for the greater good. Alright, yes, 10 of us in this 2-bedroom apartment right now. But you know what? We're about to put this income together. We're going to put this money together so we all can move. So we all can establish something. And then branch off. That's their mindset. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Africans, you know what I'm saying, I can't say in other places, but in New York, they do that as well. They come over here, they work hard. They stick together. We have to do the same. There's no reason why we shouldn't own the businesses in our communities. There's no excuse for that. And there's no excuse why everybody that becomes great, we sit there and we want, you know what I'm saying, us to, we fight to be in these positions. You know what I'm saying, all the people who paved the way to be in the music industry so you can make this type of money. Because, you know, the artists back in the days, they didn't get the recognition at all. They were the most talented but didn't get the recognition, didn't get the pay that they deserve. Now we're in this position and it's just cool to just throw them to the wolves. You praise these people and don't even have their back. Like, you know what I'm saying? These people out here trying to make you happy. Granted, it's for bread, but they're out here entertaining you. And not even just the entertainment. Specifically like with Bill Cosby. He did more than entertain you. That man gave substance. He gave us the visual. This is what he was giving us, the visual that we needed. This is why white folk are good. Because they see greatness in everything. They rewrote history so to them to be great. So when they teach that to their kids, they have this sense of pride. Because I'm the shit because we did this, that, and this. This is why we don't get the credit for nothing when we created everything. Everything. But they control media. They control visuals. They control what you hear. They control what you see. And right now, they are making us we're thugs. We're now rapists. We're pedophiles. That's what you're going to think of when you think of black excellence. That's terrible. We got to do better. And again, it ain't them. It's us. Us. Stop paying that shit, you know what I'm saying, any attention. Again, if you're really about these causes, then I'm going to need you to keep that same energy for everybody. I want to see a campaign. I want to see the pedophile campaign on everybody. Everybody. I didn't say exclude us. I said everybody, include everybody. But if you want to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, who gets what? I'm not with that. If they can get away with it, then we can get away with it too. It's just bananas, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talk about R. Kelly got this cult, but Hugh Hefner had his own cult. You trying to tell me the Playboy Mansion wasn't a whole cult situation? Y'all gonna tell me that? That you really believe that? This man had underage girl up. Yo, this man is 80 years old. Yo, I don't care what you say. I don't care about being 18. There's no way a dude 50 years older than you. That is disgusting. That man is old enough to be her father twice. And it was okay. Had whole magazine spreads, you know what I'm saying? Merch, all of that, apparel, all of that surrounded about this man's cult. And it was okay. Y'all call that man a businessman. You call him an icon. People praised him when he died. For doing exactly what y'all are vilifying R. Kelly for. He did it on a massive scale. And he did it for decades, not even years, decades. It's bugged out. It is bugged out that y'all see y'all see that y'all see them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that as greatness. Y'all see Hugh Hefner, you know what I'm saying, as an amazing icon in business. That's how people see him. That's his legacy. You see what I'm saying? That's the legacy that y'all allowed to be left there. Ain't nobody said anything bad about him. No one's even bringing his name up right now. Like y'all bringing up Michael Jackson. He's dead. You got these grown-ass 40-something-year-old men talking about how he touched him and did all this other stuff and yaka yaka you. Why can't y'all let that man rest in peace? Why are y'all bringing that up? How is that relevant? That's not going to stop him from being the king of pop. You still can't find nobody that can perform like that man, sing like that man. It'll never happen. And it's our job to preserve us. It's our job to preserve our history. You know what I'm saying? Our greatness, just like everybody else. White folk, they build monuments, museums, all of that. They even keep, like right here in Macon, Georgia, they keep the terminal just like it was from back, you know what I'm saying, in the 40s and the 50s with colored this and whites only that. And they're talking about they're preserving history. We want to remember where we came from. And all of that nonsense. They preserve, you know what I'm saying, what they feel is great. We don't do that. But y'all swear Chris Brown is great though. Y'all swear, you know what I'm saying? These people are great. But we don't want to reserve that. Who are your children going to, you know what I'm saying, what kind of visuals are they going to have? We got to do better, man. I bet you they did. I bet you they did. I bet you they did all of that. It's all right for, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Rock said on one of his stand-ups, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, because it's all white. Just something that just popped in my head, something that I saw. I was doing some research on this. You guys remember Shirley Temple? That little girl was acting and got into acting and all that at like the age of 3 or 4. They had her a part of this thing called Baby Burlesque or Burlesque Baby or something like that. Had this little girl dressed up as a, you know what I'm saying, as a burlesque character and acting as such. Shirley Temple, I know y'all remember her. All those old men, she was sitting on their laps and singing and boop boopy doop and doing the Betty Boop situation. This girl started that at 4. Don't nobody talk about that. I didn't even know about that. I just remember, you know, watching her in the little, you know, black and white shows, you know, on the weekends in the summertime. But that little girl was, you know what I'm saying, was pretty much, you know what I'm saying, was in inappropriate situations with grown men at 4. On film. On TV. And it's okay. Ain't nobody talking about that. Elvis Presley, the raper of rock, because he definitely is, I'm saying he's definitely not the person, you know what I'm saying, who created rock and roll. Didn't he marry his wife at 14? Like, but nobody's talking about that. Let you talk about Elvis to somebody. They'll cut your throat. You talk about Elvis. That's they nigga. They don't play about Elvis. They gonna stick to him till he, you know what I'm saying? And he's already dead and they still stick to him. They not about to let you talk about Elvis. I'm gonna need us to have that same energy. For our people. Because we're the ones that put, you know what I'm saying, these celebrities on these pedestals in the first place. We're the ones that turn them into gods. Because honestly, the majority of them just want to sing. Or, you know what I'm saying, fulfill their dreams and all of that. So we put them on these pedestals, you know what I'm saying, and put them there. And then just allow them to just fall. You know what I'm saying? You don't even stand up. That's whack. And we gotta do better. We're gonna always be at the bottom until we unite. That is the key. I don't care who you pray to, all the political stuff. None of that means nothing. Your job status, if we don't unite, we are never going to get where we need to go. It's going to be a whole problem. So please, black people, melanated people, the original people, can we please stand up for one another? Can we please have each other's back? Can we please have the bro code, the girl code? You know what I'm saying? The hood code. Can we please start adapting that in our everyday lives? Can we please start seeing each other as the family that we are, the reflections of each other that we are. Can we please do that? That is the step that we need. That's as plain as I could get it. So I'm going to let y'all go. I appreciate y'all giving me your time and your energy. Hit that share button. Share, 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 share. Because you know we got to make Inspiration go viral. We got to hear this. This needs to be said. This conversation needs to be had. We need to figure out some creative ways, you know what I'm saying, to implement this. But please, 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 James Brown, please, 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 can we get it together? Alright, I love y'all. I promise you, I love you. You are my reflection. This is why I'm saying this. I want us to be great. I want us to prosper. Prosperity, sovereignty, that is what I want. We deserve it. So let's get it. Alright? Y'all enjoy y'all night. Be inspired. Peace.